We recording?
We are. We are. As is our charge.
Well, let's write something then. Let's write a
Agreed.
comic strip.
Agreed. Just to switch it up.
Yeah.
Just to keep it loose.
So we got Matterfall.
I like Matterfall.
Matterfall's
I want to
good.
play more Matterfall.
Yeah.
That is hard as hell.
It is very hard.
It's very hard, but I think that it's really cool, and it's like 5 different genres.
Yeah.
I just really like them. I'm glad that they are still a company and that they can just make games where there's a lot of particles.
Making the games they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They eat what they like.
Exactly. You know, it's Applejack's adjacent in that way.
We have Total Mayhem that we got to play.
Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem. Whatever.
Here, I'm going to get rid of Matterfall. There might be another Matterfall comic
Might be.
if we play it some more. But I'm going to get Agents of Mayhem in there. You don't know about Lawbreakers?
I don't know. When I started playing it, I was not having a good time. By the time I finished like the 4th or 5th round, I kind of got it, but I didn't know if I wanted to keep playing it still.
Yeah. And I think that is okay.
The problem is, if you're gonna make one of these character shooters, I mean, you're really just trying to get people to stop playing Overwatch because that's what everyone's playing, right? If I'm gonna play a character shooter,
Well, yeah, and there's really 2 forks there.
yeah,
You're either going to play a character shooter that is closer to a MOBA or is closer to a shooter,
yeah,
right? It's gonna have a technical back end. I mean, I think it's something like Paragon, and some of those designs remind me of Paragon.
yeah. They're very similar. I don't know if it's like an Unreal Engine thing.
Yeah, I don't get it, and I don't even care about art.
Yeah,
I just care about personalities.
yeah.
And-
That was the. It's very hard to write. So I guess every character has to talk now. This is what Kiko and I were talking about yesterday. Like during the fight, like everybody has to be saying lines all the time. It's very hard to write those lines. I think it's harder than people think to write those lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to write. Well, Mike, listen, I've had to written.
You've had to written. You're a Ritter. Listen, as a professional Ritter.
I'm John Ritter. Come and knock on my door. That's very old.
Yeah.
Anyway, so but here's the thing. Like, I mean, I've had to write things that are adjacent to those barks,
Yeah.
and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nightmare. Like, it isn't fun for the person who has to listen to them most of the time, and it isn't fun for the person who has to write them.
Yeah.
And no one gives a shit anyway, unless you execute it
Yes.
at the very highest level. But in order to execute at the very highest level, it has to be prioritized.
Yeah.
It can't be an afterthought. And then also the character that you have there, you have to be inspired by as well.
You have to give a shit.
Well, yeah, it's like
say.
we've done comic strips like about Splinter Cell,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like Sam's stuff is good.
Mm-hmm.
People know who Sam is, and Sam knows who Sam is, and everybody knows what to expect from that. But then the generic terror people,
Yeah.
yet every time just, come on out, Sam.
Can't hide forever, Sam.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
But
like,
this is like you're playing some guy and he's like, release the dogs of war. And
no.
I'm not interested in that. But last night by the same thing, like Mercy said a line to Reaper that we had never heard before. She was like, "Hey, do you mind if I call you Gabe?" And he's like, "Just stick to the mission." And it's all of us, like Noah and Gabe and I, were like, "Ooh, hadn't heard that line before. That's interesting." Like,
Well, yeah, it's probably from the new patch, right?
yeah, you can do it.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a lot of work.
and then that is a completely nonsense. There's just not a scenario in which Mercy, like even canonically,
Yeah,
talks to Reaper.
right.
Like they would kill each other instantly,
Yeah,
right? But in that context, they've sort of made a space like before the match
right.
where things like that can occur. So that's a completely other level of the character bark where it's actually a conversation.
Yeah,
Not a bark anymore, right?
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff like that. I think the first example of that sort of thing was probably Left 4 Dead.
Mhm.
And people responded in a very strong way to those character archetypes that they'd created because they were constantly reacting to things in their environment.
And they were reinforcing each other's identities through their dialogue.
Exactly. And it was, I think that was written and coded, at least that conversation system. I know that Chet and Eric from Old Man Murray were connected to that in some way. It might
Yeah.
just have been Eric, but that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why people connected to that stuff.
Yeah.
Is because there was a whole chain of events that led to them being able to write something that would leave an impression
Yeah.
on a person. It's like if it's not, it's like right now that sort of thing tends to be written as though it's not important at all, and so it's not important.
Right.
But there's another way to think about it.
Yeah, it's a bummer. There's some interesting ideas there, but I think that designing characters that people want to be is harder than it might seem.
Exactly, and it's like Overwatch. The gameplay in Overwatch, I think, is interesting, and I think that it's really fun to come in when a new character comes in and fucks with the meta.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's the most exciting time to play Overwatch. But I don't play Overwatch. I mean, I don't go back in there all the time.
No.
I feel like I sort of get what's going on. I come in when it's a mess
Yeah.
between, eras.
Right.
But the thing that makes Overwatch is actually its characters.
Yeah.
Like that is actually what's happening. People
Yeah.
play that game
Right.
to engage with that fiction and those characters.
I remember the PAX where they announced Zarya, and they had a big banner of her.
Dude, how long did we stare?
Yeah. Just the pictures of their characters, like without any idea how they
Just
played.
the hair
Yeah.
and eye thing
Right.
and just the silhouette.
Just the silhouettes.
I knew right away, like, I am not making a joke. Like, I think that her healing by way of damage mitigation, and then by mitigating damage, she increases her own, like,
Yeah.
DPS output. Like, that's the sort of thing that I really, really like in a character.
Right.
But I was a Zarya main, for lack of a better term, the second I saw the poster.
Yeah, they make you a fan just with the art.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
can't be a
can't
fan
go
of Soldier Guy.
you can if it's executed like Soldier 76.
Well, if it's Soldier 76.
Right? It's actually possible.
It is possible.
to have someone who dresses in red, white, and blue leather
Yeah.
with a real sort of stock standard machine gun.
Right.
Right? I mean,
They did do it. They did do it.
it actually is possible.
But he's the dad. He's the old man. Like,
exactly. He has an archetype,
yeah.
and that's what makes it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the archetype it might require two descriptors, right? Like in order to actually like drill down,
Yeah.
it might, because he's like the old dad, or he's like the dad soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, and I could look at those, just the character designs, and probably tell you a couple things about them. Like, I can't look at anyone from Lawbreakers. I couldn't just look at a character and be like, oh, this is what he's like.
No. I think we agree. I think we agree on this topic.
So there's that. Also, there might be something in No Man's Sky.
Yes. Have you had the ongoing adventures?
Yeah, Gabe was reading me a tweet from Sean last night.
Now hold on. He talks about Sean with his first name,
Yeah,
right?
he does.
So I think that this is really important. Like Mike Elliot talks about Jeb from Mojang.
Right.
Jeb.
Yeah.
He does not know this man.
Yeah, that's why when Gabe keeps saying Sean said this, I'm like, you don't know this guy. Like,
Exactly. But I'm just saying that, like, that is a level of, like, familiarity.
yeah.
Like, they're connected.
But we had that. I mean, even we were just talking about Law. We had Cliffy, right? I mean, I remember
I'm not
thinking
saying
about
I'm not
Cliffy.
saying that it is different. I'm just saying that, like,
It's
we
interesting.
feel it,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Well, it's funny. He's telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, I know that you're reading these message boards. Did he actually say any of this stuff? Like, can you find me where he said this, you know?
Right.
And he has this, he made this tweet where he's like, listen, yeah, we put in multiplayer, but the universe is so big that you'll never find each other.
So people are still talking about that ancient tweet?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. But now you can find each other.
No.
But I've seen screenshots of people making monuments and stuff.
So you can get to each other if you're lucky. And you can, like, if I start looking around, I'm like, hey, I found this solar system. Are you anywhere near that? There's no way to be like, invite me.
Oh, no, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
It's not multiplayer in that way.
but they can put you in. If they put you in a universe full of 9 kabillion planets,
Right.
and they say find each other, I don't know that that's multiplayer.
Well, it's pretty art house.
The fact that I can't
You know what I mean?
go to you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But it's similar to it's similar to the very weird approaches to multiplayer from, right? So Dark Souls
Yeah.
and Bloodborne, these are really, really weird implementations of multiplayer, and they are multiplayer.
Yeah.
But they're not the type of multiplayer. They're not the sort of PC shooter era multiplayer
Right.
where we can invite each other and then there's public servers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like that at all. It's like being in an actual universe.
Well, that's what he's like. People are like, well, what if you put us on the same planet? He's like, even then, you would be on a planet the size of Earth saying, hey, I'm on top of a mountain.
True.
It's like, well, that's deflecting. You can put people together. It's all a fucking game that you made. And especially after playing Astroneer, where the co-op is so good.
Well, yeah, it's a base assertion.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get together
Right.
and make stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole idea of that. So similar to Minecraft or whatever,
Right.
right? Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures. I know that somebody has done this.
You can do it. It's possible.
But you're saying you have this game and your son has this game and you want to get together.
And we can't play to get like we're in a party and we're both talking and playing No Man's Sky, but we're nowhere near each other geographically. And he's building, he's trying to build warp cells so that he can travel to me. I can't even get off my fucking planet yet.
You're saying that's not the arc you crave.
No, this is not the multiplayer that I was hoping for.
No, it's not the multiplayer you're looking for.
No.
But yeah, we definitely
Also,
gotta play a couple games. Yeah,
Tonight,
Tonight?
I am running a game. We asked Gabe what he wanted for his birthday, and he wanted me to run a D&D game for him and his friends.
Oh yeah.
And since this is the summer when everybody can get together and do it, we're doing it tonight.
Well, I ran last Sunday when you were gone.
Yeah,
I ran last Sunday for 5 11-year-olds.
that's what I'm doing tonight.
It was action fucking packed.
I'm
man.
excited. Yeah, I'm running a variant of the Changeling Baby. It just keeps giving.
Yeah, dude, it really does keep giving. I'm gonna run the Changeling Baby as the Christmas special for the C team.
Oh, nice. I'm going to run it, but I'm going to make the father at the end be their sort of their contact, and he's going to keep sending them out on missions. Like these priests have this network, and they sort of try to keep the peace in the area, and he's going to use them as one of his sort of cells.
Oh, nice.
He's going to be their sort of main
Exactly
guy.
right. Yeah, the campaign that I have is the reverse. It's Pied Piper in reverse. So all the adults are taken from the town,
Oh, okay.
and they have to try to figure out how to run this town and get the things that they need. And
Yeah.
these fucking goblins. Goblins coming in.
Yeah.
The first thing they do, it's like they're like, okay, I rob a candy store. And then it's like, okay, well, we handle this. And it's like, hey, door's locked. It's like, get in here. And then the thief is like, I rob a jewelry store.
Oh, shit.
It's just
Chaos.
oh man,
Kill.
dude, it's pure fucking anarchy.
Yeah.
And then it's like this kid over on the left is like, yeah, okay, I deal non-lethal damage, and I put my dagger to his throat, and I try to wake him up with some water, and it's like, you're 11. You need to, you know a little bit too much about interrogating these motherfucking goblins.
I
man.
waterboard the shit out of
Well,
it.
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, listen, it's been kind of light so far.
Yeah.
Now you're hoisting the fucking Jolly Roger. You gotta.
But Kara she's like, are you, do you need to plan or do you need
No.
work? I'm like, no, not for these kids. I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to be like, a woman comes into the bar with a baby and she falls over. Let's do this.
Yeah, exactly,
gonna-
exactly. But it'll be fun to set that up for the C team
Yeah.
because it'll happen. The inn is going to be the Drawn and Courtier where
Sure.
they're always at.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I think that'll be rad. And then for next week's, speaking of the Drawn and Courtier, the next week's brewing stream for Acquisitions Intoxicated, we're gonna put up a poll for like what beer we want to do next.
Oh, okay.
So we did War Priest. Last week we designed Jim Dark Magic's Velvet Cape.
Okay.
We'll brew that this Tuesday. And then while that's working, we will jump in. I'll put up a new set of characters, but I'm also going to put up Profadron. So it's like, do we want to design, like, so far we've had it's like been some pretty, at least for us, kind of out there designs. So, but I feel like that would be a really fun stream. Like I said, these are all sort of like really dark or really sweet. Like just to do like a ship of the line, like the ale Profa would make in the Drawn and Courtier that people come by
and drink. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like do something that's normal, but has like a Red Larch sort of twist on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'll try the gym one. Someday I would like to find a beer that I like to drink, but I don't know that I have the right taste buds for it.
It's possible. I mean,
I've tried a couple times.
What drinks did you have in Hawaii?
I drink lava flows. I drink ice cream with alcohol.
Yeah. So you like fun drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like slushies basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margaritas, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all normal stuff. That's not weird. Lots of people prefer to drink things that taste good. It's not that crazy. But I think that you'll be surprised. So a lot of what comes out of a lot of beers that would be the ones that you might have been exposed to are really aggressive in various ways. Like they're really, really bitter or really, really tangy. And that's not, or really, really dark. And that is not the German style of beer at all.
Okay.
These are basically like, compared to like a Northwest, like how we do like an IPA here, these are incredible, refreshing, like pleasant drinks.
Yeah.
And so Velvet Cape is actually is going to be syrupy and sweet.
Okay.
It's going to have like candy and fruit type stuff in there. And
notes.
I specifically avoided the word notes. Tastefully, conscientiously, scrupulously avoided the word notes, but it may have facets. No, but
there will be melodies of fruit.
Exactly, that you can drink.
Yeah.
Mouth fruits.
Wow.
I want to do the tasting notes like a real asshole.
Yeah, you should.
But no, every now and then I go down and check out War Priest because it's in the fermentation tank downstairs in the closet.
And it sits there for couple weeks?
It'll be done. It'll be done soon. I think it'll be done with the primary fermentation by the next show.
How much beer do you get out of that machine?
That's probably, that particular batch is going to be about 2 3/4 gallons.
2 3/4 gallons. That's a lot of beer.
Oh yeah, it ain't a
Seems
little
like
beer.
it, yeah.
But there's just all kinds of cool stuff happening like that. Like Jared over at Old
Subway?
Stove. What's that?
Subway?
No.
Oh.
No. Jared over at Old Stove Brewing, sort of over in the market, he finished Zagerneser Ale.
Yeah.
So that's another artifact. That's an artifact beer that will be available. We'll have it at the Child's Play dinner.
Oh, nice.
Never had a beer option, let alone a game artifact.
In-world one, yeah.
Right? I think that'll be a cool, that might be a cool item for the auction too.
Yeah.
We can also write a comic strip, I guess.
We should write a comic strip.
Let's see.
I feel like we could write something about... Did you know the law they're breaking is the law of gravity?
Yeah.
That's what makes them lawbreakers. I
know.
We could write something about the No Man's Sky stuff, that multiplayer. And I think even when you do find someone, they're just a glowing orb.
Yes, that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. There's a bunch of stuff I want to grab. There's a bunch of cool games out there. Yeah, I mean, but those are the end points. It's like sometimes how you execute the multiplayer is a perspective.
Yeah.
Like in Blood Bowl, you don't really get the choices. Remember, you have to do all these kind of crazy scams,
right,
to try to get with your friend, like actually your friend in these games.
Yeah.
And that's because they don't want it to be certain. They want that to be, and I'm not saying that's good or bad.
Yeah.
But they want that to be isolating and alone. I just would prefer not to play games alone for the most part.
Yeah. Well, and to come a year later and say, oh, because they launched with the idea that the game had multiplayer.
The concept, right?
And then when people were like, hey, we're on the same planet, we can't see each other, he's like, oh, well, maybe not multiplayer. So a year later, they're adding the multiplayer, and it's not great.
I feel like there's another implementation there.
Yeah.
Altogether. Like, I just mean like make it easier or whatever. I mean, I feel like that game
Yeah.
is like a lot of Steam games
Oh yeah.
where it really is a sort of substrate.
But those games, I feel like prioritize multiplayer more. I think it's more common to prioritize the multiplayer
In that
in that space.
survival type
Yeah.
space. Yeah. Lawbreaker.
Breaking the law. Yeah, by the end of my last round, I was doing some good work. Like I was shooting guys in the 0G.
You're doing the midair.
jumping around.
Did you find a character that could shoot something like a railgun?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Found one who had a beam weapon. I mean, that's the other problem. Every time I play one of these games, I'm like, oh, this is like Paragon or Lawbreakers or any of these. It's
You're
like,
like, oh.
this is a shitty version of Soldier.
Well,
This is
exactly. But
Dumb
then-
Tracer.
Exactly. But then a lot of those, I remember when I first started playing Overwatch, I was like, oh, okay, this is a take on, LOL character X.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but they've made the
The gold standard version.
gold standard of it, right?
Oh, yeah. It isn't. I would never say this is a shitty version.
Yeah.
I would say, oh, this is like the shooter version
Right.
of this character.
Yeah. So even if you find someone and they're this orb, can you do anything with them?
I don't know.
I don't know that you can.
Well, I know that, like I said, I know that you can make some kind of a monument to your meeting. I know that. I know that there's some kind of interaction. I'm completely outside that
Yeah.
continuum.
There's also Sonic. Sonic
Yeah.
Mania was
How
very
is that?
good. It was really fun. Like the team that did that, the sprites are close enough that it looks similar, but they're polished just enough to make it look smoother, and I don't know, it's just really well done.
But it feels good.
It feels just like Sonic,
But it's new.
but it's new. Yeah. They mix up a lot of the old levels and add new bosses. There was one boss where I was playing Mean Bean Machine. Like the boss was Dr. Robotnik was we'd both dropped in and we were playing Mean Bean Machine against each other.
No shit.
Yeah, there's all these like little hidden.
But like awesome throwbacks.
Yeah,
Dude, that kicks ass.
the music is fantastic. It was fun. Noah had no familiarity with Sonic really, and so he's like, "Oh, Tails is so cool." And then he did the thing where he jumps up and uses his tail to fly, and he goes, "What? He uses his tail as a helicopter?" Yeah, this is like 25 years old, bud.
That's amazing. That's exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's fucking mind blowing.
I guess the first time you
No,
see
exactly. You will believe
Yeah.
a fox can fly.
it. Yeah. It's been a long time since I was that enamored with Tails.
Yeah. So generally speaking, I mean, how do people like this new Sonic?
I don't know. What do the reviews say?
What do they call this one?
This is Sonic Mania. All the stuff on my Twitter is people saying how much they like it.
Yeah, it's that. Here we go. Sonic the Hedgehog official Twitter. Sonic Mania is the highest rated new Sonic game in 15 years. Well,
There you go.
let's call it good.
Yeah.
That shit, Metascore 86?
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, because we've always talked about it too. It's just like that Sonic dead ender,
Yeah.
right?
That's pretty great. 86. I don't care who you are. That's a good fucking number.
Exactly. Oh shit. And so, and what platform are you playing it on?
Switch.
Yeah, see, that's all I want.
Yep.
I don't want this shit anywhere else. I just
Nope.
want.
Please just put all video games on the Switch.
Yeah. Do your best. Like, do your best. Look at it.
Yeah.
Right. Take a look at the landscape.
Right.
What's out there?
The Switch.
The Switch. And it's like, if you are making a game and it doesn't fit on the Switch, think about what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, maybe it's time to reduce the scope of your game.
Yeah. Bring it down.
Right.
Bring it down to about this size.
Switch size.
Yeah. Like handheld
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. And then if I don't want it to be handheld, that's fine too.
Right.
But generally speaking, let's try to make it happen down here.
Yeah, just everything for the Switch, please.
Oh yeah, dude, the meta score is 86 and the user score is 9.2.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, again, it could be this cadre of, elite Sonic cultists. But no, let's jump in that. Just like the sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to have a good Sonic game again.
Yeah, and it's all 2D, right?
It's all 2D, but the sprites have been, I don't want to say redone, like they've been touched up. Maybe they completely, I wouldn't be surprised if they completely redid it, but
Well, the reality that you don't know
yeah.
is important, right?
Yeah.
It just, for you, it just feels right.
It feels right, but you can tell
It
like
feels
when he-
old and new, and you're like, oh, hey, all right, I like this.
Yeah, when they're just a little smoother, and when he does his like, oh I'm about to fall animation, it's a little better. Like they just loved each frame of it a little bit.
Right. But I mean, is that part of what you? I mean, obviously it's fast. Like it's an interesting mode of play.
Yeah.
But I suspect that it's things like those incidental frames, or like when he's on the edge of a
Yeah.
platform and he's like, whoa.
Whoa,
Like,
yeah.
but I assume that's the stuff that the young Mike liked.
Yeah, I
That
like
there was
Sonic.
that there was art hidden in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic is just a cool character.
Exactly.
Also, he was what I had instead of Mario. Like I had to believe in him.
Yeah, exactly. He was your avatar,
Right.
right? It's like in Gigantic.
Yeah.
Like he is your big mean owl.
Yeah, I was not playing Mario, and I had to believe that the guy I had was even better.
'Cause I backed my guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like that's love.
Yeah, finally a good Sonic game. Is there a celebration?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of emotions, I'm sure.
But when it's just like, yeah, I mean, does he have, in the same way that like Taiko has like his like D&D crew that's been around? It's like, are there groups? I mean, are there people who love Sonic
Yeah.
who have just been embattled?
Yeah. Well, there's a weird sub-level of Sonic fans where they're like the people think of themselves as the hedgehogs. Have you seen that where they like draw this hedgehog art? It's like a furry thing. It's like a furry level of Sonic fandom.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We have seen those costumes.
But we did that Sonic comic where he just like grabbed the gun and put it against his head.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I'm saying like,
Now we have an opportunity,
no,
right?
it's like, dude, if you love me,
you
you'll
love
do
me,
it.
you'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it could be with Sonic directly.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's an angle. I don't know.
But in that one, didn't you actually pull the trigger and it was all blue?
I don't remember how it ended, honestly.
I think it was blue.
Did it? Yeah.
It was blue slime.
But the mini games where it's like the sphere that you're running on. It's all there.
That's the hot shit
Yeah.
right there. No, I think that's it. So, but it could be. I'm not as interested in the cadre. I was just throwing it out there, and sometimes you have to do that in order to realize just how stupid an idea is. But I do like, and it's just like, but think about it from like his own like post-traumatic stress.
Right.
Like he keeps getting trotted out, and it's just like, I just can't believe it. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's like I almost don't want to believe it.
Right. No, man, you did good this time.
You think so?
You really think so? The story behind that game is pretty interesting too. Did you see the devs and everything, how they made it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool.
It's a
like,
cool.
Every layer of this story
Yeah.
is just infused with like a rich narrative that I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got everything like from the nice seats,
Right.
the box seats, all the way down to general admission. Like
Yeah.
there's something good here for everybody. We can all be a part of it.
Yeah.
No, it's just you did good this time.
Yeah.
Really?
Really? You mean that?
It's like you never know. It's like they put a new one out and it's like yeah, I mean it can be sweet. It can be weird. Like there's the palette's pretty broad actually. But that fear, like if you really get into the mind of the hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. If one.
Yeah. It's like that's definitely something I want to know more about. Like it's like imposter syndrome, right? It's like you don't
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I mean, whatever one of those things where it's like you get back on and it's sort of like gets a letter from Mario.
Hey,
It's like, hey,
good job.
gets a letter from these other platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, hey, Sonic, it's a me.
It's a me. Mario. Just wanted to say congratulations on Sonic Mania. It's good to have you back. And then Sonic just sheds one tear.
It's blue though.
It's blue tear.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like, hey, man, listen, I know you've had some rough times.
Yeah.
I know you've been reaching for that ring. You know what I mean?
We've all been there. I haven't. Everything I've made has been a hit for the last 25 years. I haven't had a single misstep.
I virtually defined the genre.
I continue to excel in every new medium. 3D
Exactly
was
right.
no problem for me.
3D for me, no big deal.
No big deal.
But hey,
In fact, I define the genre.
my legacy's eternal. Hey, Sonic.
So
It's a me.
it's a me.
Well, no, that's the middle panel. The first one is just like, if you just get in the mail, right?
Sonic out getting his mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got
Got a
the.
letter from Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Sonic. It's a me,
Mario.
Mario.
But you knew that.
Just wanted to congratulate you on the success of Sonic Mania. I know it's been hard for you, not for me. Obviously,
I know it's been hard for you. These are each different sentences,
Yeah.
right? I define the genre. 25 years, solid gold.
solid gold without a misstep.
25 years on the throne. But is that sweet? It's like
No, it's not. It's not.
it's like
Yeah,
it's
if you-
kind of cool that it would be sweet.
If you want to go all the way, yeah, and make it a sweet letter, that is definitely cool.
Yeah.
It's a me,
So much
Mario.
funny. There's just so much funny shit.
Yeah.
It's
Well, so if you do it sweet, then he's like, it's been
yeah, to me.
Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say congratulations on the success of Sonic Mania. It's really nice to have you back.
I'll see you at the Olympics. So we could go like the art house way to do it would be just to show a couple blue splash tears on the
On the letter?
letter. And don't show the face.
Yeah.
Just show the letter with a couple blue tears.
Trying to think if they would read it. Yeah, they would read his tears.
Definitely. Because it's clean, and then there's just a couple tears.
Yeah. That gloved hand holding the letter.
Oh yeah, exactly. So the letter itself should be as tight as we can make it,
Yeah.
right? So Sonic is here getting the mail. It's just, it's like it's got to be some kind of cool envelope.
Oh, yeah. It'll have like the mushroom stamp.
Yeah, exactly. Mushrooms up here, or the envelope itself is red or
Yeah.
looks like a hat or some shit. Just want to congratulate you on the success. It's a me, Mario. Just want to congratulate you on the success of Sonic Mania. It's good to have you. It's good to have you back. There's a hey Sonic. The other way to do it would be to say. Would be to take the "It's a me" out of the beginning.
Uh-huh.
You do "Hey Sonic, it's me Mario," or "Hey Sonic, I just want to congratulate you on the success of Sonic Mania. It's good to have you back. I'll see you at the Olympics." And then the sign off is "It's a me."
It's a me, not sincerely.
That's right.
It's a me,
Mario.
Mario.
There we go. Right?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release, get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.